songs, Ian.
Bro, I am so happy today. That's the performance I wanted. I told you all the other day that Gabe was gonna bring it, that Gabe was gonna be game. I stood across him at the weigh-ins. He showed me his confidence. He showed me that he was ready to go. And I told you, I'm just better. I don't need to be better than anybody else in this planet, other than the person who signed that contract and stood across the cage from me. And I've showed you once again how fucking good I am, how fast I am, how powerful I am. And it just keeps going up from here. That's again, I go home now, I work on what I need to improve on, and I get better, and I keep doing this. I'm going to be undefeated for a long, long time.
The first round, everyone immediately came out and said, best round of Ian Garry's career. It was so complete. You were, like you said, you were so fast. Your timing was impeccable. When you were walking back to your stool after the first round, how are you feeling?
Did you hear the audio in between the round?
I did not.
I was sitting there having a conversation with Henry Hooft and Jason Strout about how fast I am, about what do you want me to do to beat this guy? What do you see that you need me to do? I'm a very smart fighter. Not big of myself, but just know how intelligent I am, and my fight IQ is brilliant. And that's why I win fights so easily. It's why when I hit him today, I didn't rush after him. And when I speak to guys like that in the cage and they give me the advice, I take it on board, and that's how I get better. You can do so much from just listening to your coaches in between round, and it can change the fight. And that's what I did. And I bring it back. I tell them, well, he does this, I want to do that, and we change it up. But I felt so happy after that first round, and I was excited to get back out for round 2, and then I was excited to get back out for round 3, because I'm a kid inside who loves what to do, who loves what I do, and it's just, I get to go out there and have fun every day.
There are a lot of people, obviously you're a very confident guy, even Gabe was saying it, maybe you're a little big-headed kind of into yourself, but you sold a lot of people on this performance. Social media was like, basically the essential response was, I wasn't really sold on this guy, but I'm sold now. I'm buying all the stock in Ian Garry. What is that like?
What did I say to you today? I said to you, I'm confident for a reason. I'm confident because I train with some of the best guys in MMA. I surround myself with elite level athletes, and I know how good I am in the gym with those guys. I know the potential I have, and I know where I am now, and I know where I'm going to be. It's all about hard work. I'm not sitting here saying I'm the best fighter on the planet right now. I know that. And I'll say that out of my mouth because I know it's not true right now. But will I be? 100%. And I don't care if people think it's not now, it's not now, it's not now. One day, everybody is going to see the growth of my career from my debut to the day I become a champion, and no one will be able to argue that I've grown every single performance and that I've proved myself every single time, and they will have no choice but to say I am one of the best fighters MMA has ever seen.
Last thing for me, another constant thing I saw was after a great performance like that, the only thing missing was the post-fight interview with Joe Rogan. You didn't get your opportunity to speak in front of the capacity crowd, so let us sort of live vicariously through that. I'm Joe Rogan. Give us your thoughts on that performance.
So firstly, that's brilliant. Do you know how silly that might be? I am so good on that mic that I could have absolutely owned that stadium and brought so much energy for that next fight. I don't care how much time you're behind. You give me that mic and you let me bring that energy to the fans, because that is what we do. I am a showman, and I can sit here and bring my energy to all you guys and put a smile on your face. I can definitely do it to a sold-out stadium. UFC Dublin. I want to bring the UFC back to my home country. I get so much love and so much support from Ireland. I want to fly the flag. I want to show them that, yes, we have another guy who's going to get to the top. We have another guy who can talk the talk, who's confident and back it up. And I'm proving it every single time. I'm getting better and better and better. And I want to bring that back to my home country because we deserve it. We've done so much for this sport in regards to what Conor has done and the fans that we have brought all around the world. I think we deserve it now, and I think the UFC will be jumping on that opportunity now. And if it's not Dublin now, then put me and Conor on a card together, because we will absolutely own that crowd and own that stadium, and the Irish will take over wherever it's going to be. Thank you so much, sir.
Ian, who's next? Who are you looking at? I know fresh win here, but you talked about it. It was a statement win tonight. I think you said a complete performance. Is there any fight you're looking at next that you think would be that next step?
The fight to ensure that my child is safe and happy and my wife is okay. We are due in August to have a little boy, or in October to have a little boy, and that is the main thing for me right now. Mentally, I'm so happy with where my progression has got to in such a short time that I want to kind of slow things down training-wise and get better, and then give my wife and my family the time they need for this pregnancy. And then whenever the opportunity arises, whenever I see, right, this big card, I'm Mr. Pay-Per-View, that's 3 pay-per-views in a row now, and I've showed up every single time. So I'll wait for the big fight, or I'll wait for that opportunity when Conor comes back, so we can put on a show for the fight fans and give Ireland what it deserves. But I'm just gonna prepare myself for absolutely everything, and I'm just excited to become a dad, mate.
Yeah, that's awesome. Gotta mention the red blazer. Why'd you choose that for tonight? It looks great, man.
Because my beautiful wife chose red, and I want to match her because we're a power couple. And also, it looks fucking dope. Tell me I don't look good.
That's why I brought it up, man.
Hey, look, I brought out a clothing range called Still Pretty. I'm 10-0, and I had 15 minutes of fighting. Look how pretty I am. It's hard, do you know what I mean? It's hard being this pretty.
And just last thing.
I get so annoyed at myself sometimes.
Make a sharp turn here. Give me a sharp turn. Drakus, the fight before you, him getting that win over Brad Tavares, did you see that? And if so, did that kind of add a bit more to your fight?
Yeah, I did. I was watching it. I sat down. They didn't. Normally the UFC call you before kind of the fight's finished. And I watched all of it, and I was like, it was an absolutely brilliant fight, and I loved every moment of it, watching it. Every part that I seen, it was just, it's a fight for the fans, and that's what we always want.
Ian, right in front.
What's up, sir? You look great as well.
I do my best.
Right? Yeah, you should.
Molly McCann refers to me as George Michael sometimes, so I'll take it.
Okay, man.
Anyway, we're talking a lot about your future and wanting to be undefeated for so long, but we just had a fighter, Donald Cerrone. He just retired. Jim Miller's got 24 wins. Robbie Lawler's fighting right now. These guys were all in the UFC probably when you were in elementary school. So what was it like being around these types of veterans all week?
Man, firstly, Robbie's my guy. Me and him put some work in for this camp, and it was absolutely amazing to be able to stand there in front of a former UFC champion, and I'm hitting him, and he's like, "Yep, that was good." Like that would have been like, he literally sits there in the middle of the round going, "Yep, nice." And even to have him this week speak about me so highly, it's like, it goes back to the questions that I was answering earlier on. It's hard not to have confidence when you see people like Gilbert Burns and all of these guys saying how good I am. It instills me with so much more confidence that the best in the world see it. I had an amazing conversation with Cowboy and Jim the other day at the weigh-ins. Together combined, they've had 88 fights in the UFC, I think. That's never going to be beaten, ever, because fighters nowadays, they're not as willing to fight as those two guys are, and it's an honor to be in the same room as those two guys and people who've done so much for the sport, and to be able to share time with them out back and have a laugh with them and just embrace all their energy and everything they've done. And I just, like, as a young martial artist and someone who's been a fan of the sport, you can only sit there and thank them for what they've done, and it's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
Ian over here in the back.
What's up, sir? How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Living on a prayer. Do you know what I mean? Everything is good. I'm fucking happy.
Ian, we remember from the picture with Conor, you obviously used to work selling suits and all that. Is that where you got the idea, like, when you go out there, like, you know what, I see all these suits, I'm going to have this style, or where did it come from, to be quite bluntly, you always want to dress good when you're in front of us?
So, I'm a fighter, but I'm also an asset in and of itself. I am my own brand, and I want to look good for all you guys. I want you guys to, when you see me, I want you guys to think I look good. I want to put on a performance for you when I talk on the mic, just like I do when I'm in the cage. It's no different, and I think it shows class. It shows, like, I am ready no matter what, and I want you guys to enjoy everything, and looking good is half the battle.
Mission accomplished. Another question I have, going back a little bit, but when you made your debut in MSG, Bobby Green said, you know, that guy Ian Garry was playing this chill music and it was a whole vibe. Did you do that same thing tonight, and how does that help you? Because obviously when you're out there, it tends to be an exciting fight, so what does it help to have such a chill music in the back?
Yeah, I was sitting in the back singing today. One of the marshals came up to me and was like, "Bro, you can sing." I'm like, I'm just living in the moment, man. Me and Henry, every time before I walk out, it's very loud. Every time before I walk out, I like to finish my pads with Henry Hooft, and I put on a bit of a Jocelyn Brown, somebody else's guy, and it just puts me in the groove, and it's an absolute banger. And I will always bring that energy. I love what I do. I sing and I dance, and I bring that positivity to the cage so that when I'm in there, I enjoy what I do. I'm a kid at heart who loves what he's doing and is blessed to be in the position he is, and I'm going to continue to work harder.
What were you singing?
Arctic Monkeys, Knee Socks, Are You Mine, everything.
Ian, just over here.
Yes, how are we?
You wanted to get on International Fight Week. You know, you said that specifically, that you wanted to be here.
Yeah.
What has this whole week been like for you?
It's been insane. I get what I want. I have this energy, this charisma that I know once I ask for it, I get it. I put the energy out there in the world and it gives it to me. It's been phenomenal. I have such an amazing relationship with Vegas. I got married here. I've seen amazing world-class boxing fights here. I've had so many great experiences here, and to be able to come to the biggest fight week in the UFC and put on a show and be blessed to be on another pay-per-view, I'm just excited for everything, and I couldn't be happier.
And you mentioned, of course, about, you know, your teammates and the kind of killers that you have over in Sanford. You know, how much has that move over to Sanford really helped to elevate your game?
Training with the best guys in the world is only going to make you better. It can either chew you up and spit you out, or you can absolutely grow from it. And I am 100% growing from it. I am ready for everyone in that gym every single day. Every aspect of the game I'm growing in, and I'm going to continue to do that. And every fight you've seen progression. It's slow progression because I want it to be slow progression. I don't want to be shot up the ranks. I'm going to be a UFC champion, and I believe the best way for me to do that is to progress slowly and constantly, consistently show the fans and show the UFC how good I am by beating every single guy that I get sent, and then just keep that every single time, rinse and repeat.
Thank you so much.
Thank you too.
Congratulations.
Mate, your jab was absolutely on point tonight and helped set up so much other stuff. How much do you spend time watching tape with the team and picking specific weapons you're going to use against specific opponents?
Absolutely fuck all time. I asked my mates to look at tape. I asked Jason Jackson and Michael Johnson to look at tape, and then I went to the toilet. I was like, I'm going to go take a piss and let them do it because they'll tell me what they need. My main focus when I'm getting ready for a fight isn't to prepare for an opponent, it's to prepare for myself. I feel like you are missing out on a trick when you prepare for somebody, because in MMA there's so many changes, short notice, that you're just going to lose out on your own skill set. If I'm fighting you, what's the point of me getting ready for you when you might pull out or I might pull out, and then everything changes. Whereas if I just constantly think of myself and what I need to do to get better in every single aspect, and I put my energy into that, then when I fight you, I'm okay. No matter where the fight goes, I'm confident in everything that I've done, and that's my attitude. And I think people will be smart to follow that. I'm going to show it, and look, the blueprint's clearly happening, so they can follow me if they want.
Ian, right over here on your left.
How are we? So you good?
Good, how are you?
Oh, good. I talk so much, and I can see people are trying to rush me. It's my own fault. I need to slow down.
So now through 3 UFC fights, you've got over 30 minutes in the cage. Mm-hmm. What have you learned about yourself as a fighter since you've come over to the big promotion?
I'm fucking awesome. That I deserve to be here. That I'm proving everything I've said I was going to do. That letter my mom wrote me when I was a kid saying being the next Conor McGregor in the fucking plan. Tell me that now. Keep telling me I'm so bitter. It's ridiculous. I remember every little bit of negativity someone has said to me, and I thrive off that because it's like I get to prove you wrong and prove I'm right. And that is the greatest feeling I can have, is to prove myself right and do everything I want in my life on my own accord. I have people around me that support me and help me get to that point, but at the end of the day, there's nobody else in that cage with me. Do you know what I mean? I have a beautiful wife, I have a beautiful family, I have an amazing team that support me and want me to succeed. But I need to go in there and put on a show and do what I do best. I'm 10-0, still pretty, undefeated. I'm going to take over the fight game. It's happening.
Congratulations, Ian. Good luck with fatherhood.
Thank you. I'm excited for that, man. Thank you so much. Hey, I will try to give you shorter answers from now on. I just get excited and I love it. But thank you so much. Have a great night and enjoy the rest of the fights.